Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizzano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University Love. Ladies and gentlemen, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to market yourself to get anywhere. Listen. You could be the greatest. You could be the greatest. You could be the greatest doctor. You could be the greatest lawyer. But if you want people to know this, ladies and gents, you have to market yourself. You have to put yourself in a position. You ever play basketball? Any of you ever play basketball? When you go up for a rebound, what do you do to people? Box them out. Put your arms up, squat a little bit, block the man out, grab the rebound. You have to position yourself if you want people to know that you are the best of the best of the best. Marketing yourself is very important. Most of us are not natural salesmen. We all know this. Most of us are not, a lot of us are not the most outgoing people, in the world. You could be, listen, I'll tell you like this. When it comes to me, you ever see me, if you ever meet me, I'm a little, reserved, My wife, she sees the animated version. She sees the good time, the laughs, the jokes, the, boom, 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 boom. This is the person my wife knows. And my wife says the same thing to me all the time. She says, if people could see you the way you are with me, they would have the best time of their life. I go, thank you. But, I can't. It's a lot of energy, Sometimes you got to have a lot of energy to put that out there. With my parents. I saw my parents the other day. We had a good time. It was at the restaurant. It was at the mall. I'm just, woo, 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 woo. And they laugh and they go, we missed our boy. We missed our boy, They say, your brother, he's all right, but he don't bring the noise. And so, ladies and gents, we're all not, the most charismatic all the time. We're not the most, everybody's not a natural salesman, but we're all salesmen, at the end of the day. And for you, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, you have to market yourself, and the more that because listen, some people are not even great at what they claim to be, but they market themselves, and so people are like, ta-da. And I mean, if you want the perfect example, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump, okay? Was Donald Trump the best president? Absolutely not. But Donald Trump positioned himself. He marketed himself as he was going to make a whole bunch of changes in this country. Donald Trump marketed himself. So he said, hey, if you want something different than what you've been getting, if you want somebody to drain that swamp, I'm your guy. And I thought about this. I was walking to my parents' house. It was like a couple miles from where I parked the truck. I walked to my parents' house. So I'm walking, and I see a sign that says Trump 2024. I saw they had a Republican headquarters in their part of town. It said Republican headquarters, Trump 2024. So another person with a flag, it said Trump 2024. And I thought to myself, it is amazing. I am amazed at the marketing campaign that Donald Trump came up with. Donald Trump, where I grew up in Missouri, I'm from a small town. I'm from a small farming community. Farming, flannel shirts, corn picking, corn eating, cotton growing. We grew cotton, corn, Milo, soybeans. People had flannel shirts. My wife brought me up to the fact one day. She said, everybody has a flannel shirt. Where you from? I said, do they? Because I ain't never noticed that. Maybe they do. And so this is the community I'm from. And Donald Trump was able to market himself to these people as he was just a down home, good old farm boy, you know? Just down home, good old, hey, middle America, I know they forgot about you, but I ain't forgot about you. Trump is the New York, elitist. I don't know if you know anybody from New York. From New York City, I should say. I'm not bad mouthing anybody from Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Albany. I love all you people up there in upstate New York. But the people from New York City, Brooklyn, hey, I'm from Brooklyn, hey, Fort uptown, I'm from Queens. Those people are yahoos, okay? And those people are very annoying. And those people are like, I'm from New York. You're not from New York, blah, blah, blah. New York, Chicago, LA. You live in the United States, those are the three worst when it comes to, I'm from blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, nobody cares. But anyway, Trump is a New York socialite, a New York whatever, and he has convinced people in Ohio, Indiana, Missouri, people from Alabama, people from Georgia. He has convinced these people that he's one of their own. That is marketing 101, folks. That is, listen, I've said this on the podcast before, I'll say it again. I don't care about Donald Trump as a president. He was not a very good president, in my opinion. It does not matter. Being a president does not really matter to none of us. The economy, when the people say, listen, don't be one of these people. When people say the economy is bad, the economy is this, that, and the other, it don't matter. People will always spend money, and it doesn't matter if the economy is good, bad, does not matter. It's up to us to go out and get the money that we deserve to be making, okay? But Donald Trump he marketed himself in such a great way that these people were convinced. And if we can get our marketing that good and that well down pat, then you will be doing A-OK. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the main topic we're going to talk about today, but that is something that I just wanted to let you know. Market yourselves as much as possible. Let the people hear from you every single day, whether it be email, whether it be video, whether it be podcast. Stay in touch with people every day. Make sure you're getting leads every day. Make sure you are doing the things that is very necessary. You want to be self-employed. You want to work from home. You want to create your own business. You want to create your own income. You have to be on this every day. I had a discussion with my wife this morning. My wife's very, very pissed off with me, but I had to let her know. As I told you before, bought the truck. Got the truck rocking and rolling. I was supposed to come home last week. I booked loads myself, and so there were no loads going to Atlanta that was going to be, worth the pay, And so I decided I took a load from Tennessee to Arkansas, from Arkansas to Texas, and going back to Georgia. And so my wife, she was, talking. She's like, I'm kind of annoyed, with you. I said, listen, I don't want you going back to work. I don't want you working for anybody else. And we both decided we're going to start this trucking company. We're going to make this thing happen. So these are the sacrifices that we have to make. And she agreed, we got one. And I just said, hey, I want to make sure we're on the same page. I told you I might be able to get home. I didn't promise I was getting it home, And so we're on the same page. But these are the things that you have to do sometimes in order to get your business to work. And so I'm going to tell you like this. The trucking, getting that down pat, I have an info marketing business that I'm going to start implementing in January 2023, and I'm going to market the hell out of it. And what I'm going to do is the same thing that I'm telling you to do. Every day, videos, every day podcasts, every day write something, every day communicate, email, build your email list. make it grow. I don't care what you want to do. Figure out if you don't do anything this week, if you have not gotten to the point where you have it down to the minute details. Like I've written down. I'll give you an example. You know, I have a notebook. It's copywriting, ideas, and notes. You know, and I have in here what I'm going to specialize in, the kind of how many clients I want to get by the end of 2023, and I am going to start. I have a bunch of articles that I've written in the past. I'm going to download those. I'm going to make those out. I'm going to start sending those to people. I'm going to find where do I send my information? How do I, make a template of like, hey, I am Tony Rizzano, And I'm just telling you this an example. I'm using me an example because, as I told you before, this is not the I podcast, but I have to. I can't. I don't like people that preach but don't. I don't like people that preach but they don't do the same things that they preach about. Okay, I don't want nobody telling me about hey, don't cheat on your wife and they're sleeping with 20 women. No, I don't want that. I don't need that, and so I don't do that. And so I'm just here to tell you, hey, market. Whatever you want to do, market yourself. Make a plan. Make the plan distinct. Make the plan. Make it all the way out, right? Everything down that you want to do, of course, things are going to change. Things are going to grow. Some things you're going to get rid of. Some things you're going to bring aboard, but write it out. Get it down to a science. The more you have it down, the better off you will be. The more that you have things figured out, the more you will have. Because when I first started, I will give you an example. I first started online. I was like, what can I do? And so I tried affiliate marketing. And I was like, what do I do? And there was no specific thing. It was just very broad for me. And so I didn't make a boatload of money, I didn't get rich. I didn't get to where I could quit my job. I made some money, but not a lot of money. And the reason why is because my plan was okay, but it wasn't very specific. It wasn't very, I didn't drive the hammer home when it comes to the plan. But I have a lot of better plans now. So I'm just telling you, try to hunker down the plan. Try to have that, really down pat. The more specific you can be, the better off you can be. I give you an example. My homeboy, 2 or 3 years ago, and we'll get into something else in a minute. My homeboy, 2 or 3 years ago, he said he was gonna buy. It was a product called Magic Middle cookies from the 90s, and it was up for you could buy it. You could buy like I think the trademark. And so he bought the trademark for Magic Middles because the Keebler company didn't, they got rid of it. And so he bought it. And he said, I'm gonna make Magic Middles. And he started on a process. And he had a plan. And he just went last month. He went to Colombia to go watch production of the cookies. And so he has cookies. They're gonna start producing them. He has dates where he's gonna go talk to. But this has been a 2-year plan, 3-year plan, and it's been, of course, sometimes he was like, I don't know. But the plan, he stuck to the plan. Things are working. They're going to be in stores pretty soon. And I think it's very good. He has a website and everything like that. And he's starting to do like skits to start promoting the stuff. And it's like, it's very good to see a plan, My wife, she had a plan when she sold her business. She said she wanted to do this, do that. And it worked. It worked. She sold a business. She got her money, and she's been at home relaxing ever since. And she had a full blown plan of what she wanted to do, when she wanted to do it, and it paid off. And so the point of that is have plans. Have things written down. It's just like I tell myself I want to be a writer, and it's like, all right, you got to write every day. And so every day now, I'm writing more. I'm writing more. I want to learn more stuff. Read every day. All that kind of stuff. So you want to have these things sort of figured out. And so I want to talk. I want to talk about something else before we go. Um, you don't want to. Don't don't go out. Don't go outside of your character. Don't go outside of your. Don't do things that you normally wouldn't do to make a buck. And I say that because sometimes people do things that they know they wouldn't do, and it doesn't work out most of the time. When you try to do stuff that you know you don't feel comfortable doing, don't do it. I'll give you an example. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm not the greatest human being in the world. I know that. You know that. And I remember I was going to be an affiliate for this program that I wanted that I thought was good. It was good. I've learned a lot. I learned a lot watching their videos, and I learned a lot from them. I'm not saying I didn't, but then they wanted you to sell a product for them, and I thought to myself, don't really feel comfortable selling this product to people. For me, it's something that I wanted to do. And I bought the product myself, and it cost me a few bucks, and so I was fine with that. But then they wanted you to turn around and sell the product to other people, and I thought, nah, I don't want to sell it to other people because other people might not have the money, they might not be able to afford it, and the fact is, the product was good, it wasn't worth the money. Now, it was worth the money to me because I paid for it, and I made some money back through affiliate marketing, not affiliating from their products, but I made some money because from some things I learned from them. But I did not sell their product, you know what I mean? And so I tried, but I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm kind of hesitant. And so I was like, nah, it's not worth the money, So I pulled back. I just stopped writing articles about the company, I wrote articles, but I wouldn't put the link and all that kind of stuff, I would sell the cheap product. I sold the cheap. They had a cheap $7 product, $10 product. I would sell that, but I wouldn't sell the other product. No. And so don't do things outside of your character that you know you don't feel comfortable with. And I'll give you an example. This weekend I didn't watch any football, but I saw the New England Patriots, who are normally a very disciplined team, a very buttoned up team. I saw them do something that they normally don't do. It was the end of the game, and they was trying to go down the field. Well, instead of them just kneeling the ball or running out of bounds and taking the game into overtime, they decided to start doing backwards passes, trying to score a touchdown. That's something I've never seen them try to do before. And it backfired because the guy caught the ball, he ran it back for a touchdown, and the other team won the game. And you've never seen the New England Patriots got outside of their character trying to get too cute, and it cost them the game. And so you don't want to jump outside your character. You don't want to sell stuff that you know you don't want to sell. You don't feel comfortable with. There's a lot of people online. There's a lot of charlatans online that'll sell their soul for a few bucks. But if you listen to this podcast, I guarantee you are not that kind of person. Because if you listen to this podcast, you have to find this podcast. And so you really are not looking for the biggest name. You're not looking for, because, hey, listen, we both know I don't have the biggest name when it comes to podcasting, but I damn sure will tell you this. This is one of the best podcasts you can listen to. That I know for a fact. But we don't have the biggest name, so you're not looking for a big name. You're not looking for somebody to lie to you, to hold your hand, to sugarcoat, to BS you around, And so don't do anything for money. Don't do anything outside your character that you know you wouldn't do, for a few bucks. It's not worth it. And so, ladies and gents, that is it. We covered a lot of different things today. This is the marketing chit chat. Just remember, it does not matter what you want to do. Remember, kids, please market yourself. Everybody and their brother these days are marketing yourself. But you and I both know most of the people that market themselves, it's really not that good. You can do better than that. All right? And so, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that is it. We will be back tomorrow with an all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rizzano. Always, everybody, peace.